I've already asked Jen to set aside 8 pages in the fall issue for exclusive coverage of the ceremony and all the events leading up to it. I want everything featured, from the place settings to the gown I'm wearing.
Oh, speaking of, I left a message for Maha. She's in Saint-Tropez. She won't be able to do fabric selection until next week.
All right, fine. Have her send over some sketches. In the meantime, Federico is already working on designs for the reception gown.
I'd be happy to pick up the sketches from Federico when he's finished with them.
Okay, Maxie, we can work out the logistics later. In the meantime, your function is of liaison. It is imperative that you get Maha's people speaking with Federico's. Now, I want the gowns to complement each other, but I also want the individual style of the designer represented.
Of course. I'll call him right now.
Okay.
Federico, hey, it's Maxie. I was just calling to see how those sketches were coming along. No pressure, just my own curiosity.
So, Sonny's a pretty private guy, at least as long as I've known him. How does he feel about his relationship being plastered all over the pages of a magazine?
Sonny is not used to, nor will he ever be comfortable with the level of scrutiny associated with my position. There is a real chance that he may ask me to pull the article altogether, in which case I'm going to need some backups in place.
Well, we could move up the piece on warning signs for breast cancer to coincide with National Awareness Month.
That's a good start, Lulu, yeah. But it won't fill 8 pages. Why don't you compile a list of some other ideas that will tie in with the cancer piece? I want to be prepared at a moment's notice to drop it in case Sonny gets cold feet.
When you say Sonny could get cold feet, do you mean about having his private life made public or getting married in general?
If Sonny wasn't committed to spending his life with me, he hardly would have proposed a second time.
A second time?
Yes, Maxie, the first time I was the one with cold feet.
What changed? I mean, not that it's our business, but it's just, you know, kind of weird that you would run screaming from Sonny one minute and now agree to marry him the next.
Well, Lulu, it hardly happened that fast, nor in such dramatic fashion.
Well, if you don't want to talk about it.
No, no. Actually, I would rather have you hear the truth from me than concoct some story on your own. The truth is, at the time, my only reservation was Sonny's line of work. Had he not been a known racketeer, I would have married him on the spot.
Oh, so now that Sonny's not in the business, you don't have an excuse?
No, I don't. But Sonny does. He's still grieving Michael, and he may not be capable of facing all the trappings of a big wedding. And if that turns out to be the case, then I'll deal with it. And in the meantime, we have a lot of planning to do. So, go, get busy.
Do you have a minute?
Sure, Rick. Hold all my calls. So, are you here in some sort of official capacity? I'm sure that Trevor isn't too happy that Anthony asked you on as co-counsel.
No, I'm not here to talk about Trevor and his shortcomings as a father. I'm here out of concern for my brother. Kate, there's a great deal of tension going on between Jason and the Zakaras right now. I need you to keep Sonny from getting drawn in.
Rick, I love your brother, and I would do just about anything to keep him happy, but I have learned my lesson. I will not manipulate him, even if it's for a worthy cause. Look, that was the way that other women dealt with Sonny, and I personally believe that he deserves better, which is why I'm gonna stay out of this. Rick, if you need to talk to Sonny, you need to do it on your own.
Should I call?
Oh, no, go ahead. Oh.
Hey, you have time to go over these figures now?
Yes, Jax, and let me just say that I'm glad whatever disagreement you and Sonny are having at the moment won't interfere with our working together.
Sonny has nothing to do with Crimson. I like to keep it that way.
Fair enough. Okay, the projected budget of the next 3 issues of Crimson. Now, I know, Jax, they're a little high, but in order to stay competitive, there's...
Oh, it's not the budget. It's Carly. She's not pregnant after all.
I have enough to deal with launching this magazine and planning my wedding. I do not have the time nor the patience to play gatekeeper. That would be your jobs. No one should be barging into my office under any circumstances. Is that clear?
But it was Jax. I didn't think you would care.
Well, normally I wouldn't, Lulu, but if I was in with Sonny, that would be another story. It would make my life so much easier if they could just avoid each other altogether. Which is where you come in. As my assistants, it is up to you to finesse the situation so that Sunny and Jax do not cross paths. If I am in with one, you find some sort of reason to keep them away from each other. Is that understood?
But what if it's like important?
Maxie, you pick up the phone and you call me. No one should be barging into my office under any circumstances.
Nice work. Now Kate thinks we're both incompetent.
Well, you definitely are. I wasn't even here when Sunny came by.
There's a surprise. You're never here because you can never be bothered to do your job. How hard is it to announce a guest?
You tell me.
You can't just go in there.
What can I do for you?
I understand you're planning a huge wedding. In the interest of your dignity, you may want to rethink that. Excuse me. Keep it small and simple. That way, when Sunny backs out, there'll be no cause for embarrassment.
But Carly, the only one embarrassing herself here is you.
Look, if you want to have a big, flashy wedding, by all means, go ahead. But at least be smarter about it than Brenda was. Don't walk down the aisle till you actually see Sunny standing there. But you still may want to wear waterproof mascara, because it's going to hurt a whole hell of a lot when Sunny leaves you standing there alone.